What's up, Facebook? What is up? How are you doing tonight? How are you feeling tonight? How are you feeling? That's what I always ask, because the principle behind it is when you feel good, you flat out do good. A great guy taught me that, and it really embodies it. I kind of notice it sometimes when I'm feeling down. I find a way to get my mindset to shift, to maybe think about something that makes me feel good, and then instantly I can kind of wash away whatever was beating me up, whatever was getting to me, and I can feel good so I can do good. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you guys. Thank you girls. Thank you everybody for giving me a little bit of your time. We're going to have a ton of fun tonight. What is this? It's Driven. It's Wednesday night. I appreciate every one of you stopping by. I appreciate all the live viewers and most importantly, the replay viewers. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and drop a replay in here. Let me know you're watching so I can connect with you. We're going to have a great time tonight. Who am I? What are we doing here? What is this? If you've seen the show, you know me. And if you don't, well, you're going to get to know me a little bit better, but you're going to get to know somebody else a little bit better too. And that's the coolest part about this show. My name is Scott. I'm a dad. I'm a sledder. And I got my vision set on exactly what means the most to me. And I didn't always. That's the change. That's the driven mindset. I wrote down my goals. I put it on paper, I wrote down exactly what I wanted to be doing, and then I started figuring out how to go get them. Every day, all day. What's up? Anthony's on, Tom, Mike, Ryan, everybody. William, David's on. I love seeing that. I hope you guys are doing good tonight. I hope you're feeling good. We're going to have some fun tonight. This show, it's a mindset-based show. We interview people. We see what they're doing, what they're passionate about, and how they're doing it. Most importantly, the tools they use, the mindset they use to be able to accomplish the goals they set and chase their passions any way they see fit about whatever it is they're chasing them about. So we're going to have a ton of fun tonight. I got David Dieter on, company owner of IRev Apparel, a new snowbike clothing apparel company that's not only changing the game, they're inventing it. They've carved their niche out, they've attacked it, and they're putting people in place, they're putting things in place to make it the biggest well-known brand inside of the industry that there is. And we got an interview with David tonight. We're going to see a little bit about him. We're going to learn that he's a dad, he's a construction project manager, and he's an entrepreneur doing it in real time. We're going to see what it means to IRev all day, and we're going to learn some practical steps on how to consistently take action to keep that motivation, that scary word, motivation. Does the word motivation just take the motivation right out of you? At this point, yes, CJ, it does all snow bikes. Does the word motivation itself take the motivation out of you? A lot of people, it does. And we're going to touch on some things to start getting motivated. You don't even have to use the word. To keep being motivated and to take action and wrap it all together and create that momentum. About a year ago, I wasn't doing the things I wanted to be doing. I wasn't writing the things down that I needed to do. I wasn't setting goals. I wasn't taking action. And life hit me in the face. It just said, time to do some stuff. Let's take some action. Let's reach for the stars and go after what you want to go after. So I opened a book. I learned some new things. I posted yesterday, I believe, about some of the stuff I've picked out. I didn't set out to learn that stuff. It came to me. I needed those tools to be able to do the things I wanted to do. So I picked up a book. I opened a YouTube post. I started reading. I started watching what people were doing, and I didn't copy them, but I mirrored what they were doing. And with that, Driven was born. It's a show. It's based about mindset. It's about growing. It's about connecting. It's about networking. It's about having some fun. And it's about chasing your passion. That driven mindset has always fascinated me. From well-known people to unknown people. You know, that driven mindset is what takes people from where they are and gets them to where they want to go. It keeps that motivation. It's that driven mindset. And if you can embody everything that there is about it, you can do great things in your life. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about them. Not always great things. Sometimes we fail. Sometimes we mess up. But it's a learning process and it's a long road. And if we can get down that road a little quicker, that's what I want to do. So can you hear me? First of all, how's my sound? Drop me some of them, guys. I want to see some of these if my sound's good, because Facebook Live has been a little glitchy on their sound lately, and especially when I bring my guest on, it might be silent for a little bit. We'll try to work through it. Just know it's Facebook, it's not your phone. We'll see if it works, and that's it. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on a gentleman. I don't know, I'm not real sure how long ago I met him, but it started with a sticker, and it started with a phone call, and I started talking to him, and we started messaging, and I started learning what it is that he's doing and what drives him, and he started pouring into me. And as I launched RideLifeDynamics.com, check it out on Facebook too, sweet gear, show sponsor, the whole 9 yards, coming along great. As I started to launch that, I had a person I could reach to and be like, what is print on demand? What do you do? How do you ship? How do you do this? And I have a person, a sounding board that I can reach out to and reference. And through that process, he has poured relentlessly into me and selflessly. So I want to say thank you. Before I bring him up here, I'm going to say thank you much more this episode, but I'm super pumped on this show because not only has he pushed me and helped me, he's actually provided me with guests. If you guys have noticed, we've been on a bit of an IRev run, and I could not be more happy, and we got more to come, more sick athletes, more driven individuals, male and female, that are absolutely crushing their goals and doing exactly what it is they want to do. So without further ado, I'm going to bring David on, and here we go.
Yeah.
There it is. What is up, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Let me do a quick sound check from in the comments. Can you hear us? I noticed it on Patrick's interview. There was like a weird spot in there where there was just no sound.
Yep.
And then I've been seeing it on other people's interviews too. And I'm like, hey, that happened to me. So let's fix that. All right. Looks like we're good. I got a clappy hand. So I'm saying that's all good on sound.
All right.
Driven Network. I want to introduce you to David Dieter, Colorado, back east native, right? You're from New England, if I'm not correct. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I grew up in Cape Cod. A little Cape Cod action. That's where I grew up, Massachusetts.
Outstanding.
Yep.
My company, the power company that I work for, they're actually based out of Massachusetts. So I've been back to Andover and Boston a couple times. Absolutely gorgeous, but there's the trees. They're not like mountain trees. They're like just too many trees.
Yeah, exactly. Way too many trees. But great beaches, great oceans, great nightlife, great food. I mean, you can't beat the seafood, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So we got a bunch of people joining on. If you want to take a second and shout out to anybody that you see popping in that is from your friends, go ahead. This is a good time to do that.
Sure, man. Yeah. I mean, I saw a bunch of guys on there, half the team's on there, I think. I actually can't see anybody making any. I can't see any of the comments or whatnot. So, I mean, I can only see us. That's it.
I
won't be able to see any of the comments.
I'll feed them your way. Brandon says, oh, snap. Chris Ward says, Roos, Washington trees. That's enough of that.
Yeah. Oh, swipe left.
Yeah, swipe left a little.
There it is. All right, here we go. I got some comments.
We work through the project here. So
that's it.
I'm not exactly sure when we first started connecting. I've been seeing your stuff on social media, and I've been seeing your team doing their thing. But I want to touch a little bit on the relationship real quick that we built getting into this, because I think that's kind of the foundation of of how this whole conversation is going to come about with the momentum and taking action and that elusive word motivation. So I had in my head this vision for Ride Life Dynamics for about a year. I've been kind of mulling it over and not really knowing what to do. And I come across IRev's website after we connected, and I'm like, yes, yes, just rad stuff. And so
Thank you.
first, compliments on your entire store. It's absolutely gorgeous. But
thank you.
The connection, that's what I want to talk about, is creating that momentum with that connection.
Absolutely, man. Oh, gosh, I can actually remember when you first started doing these live shows. I started watching, the first one, the second one, the third one, and it was like, all right, this guy's going for something. All right, but you kept coming back, and that's what I'm talking about, is that you never gave up, man. You kept the drive alive. You kept it. You kept talking about your family and your life and experiences, and then you started bringing people on. And the more you started bringing people on, the more I started actually watching it and with the intent to learn more. And
Nice.
I've got to say thank you, man, because you helped me out. And I was at a good place, and I was doing my thing and crushing and giving away and doing everything for our team. And you know what I had forgotten? I'd forgotten about this guy. I'd forgotten about eating right and sleeping right and going to the gym and all that good stuff. And I remember you were talking about, I just got back from a little workout at the gym, and I'm like, man, I need to hit the gym. I need to get to the gym, man. I just need that in my life. And so, a big thanks to you, because it's been almost a month and a half dedicated at the gym. I'm starting to feel great, look great. I'm losing that dad bod because, as you know, I'm a dad, and we got cupcakes and macaroni and cheese and whatever leftovers coming down the pipeline. I'm over there.
Their food is so good. Like I look at my lunchbox when I go to work sometimes, and I'm like, fruit snacks and Teddy Graham Golden Bear crackers, and I'm like, I don't know about this. It's hard.
Not sure if this is gonna drive me in the right direction.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
for real.
I totally agree there, and thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That's cool. It's neat because, yes, I mean, it was hard at first. I was stumbling, I was bumbling, but I was making my way. But I knew I had something in my mind that I wanted to accomplish, and we're going to touch on it through the show. I knew if I stopped doing it, I wasn't going to get any better, like flat out. No. That's where it would end. And so I just kept pressing play. I just kept doing it. Kept talking to people, and thankfully I have great guests that come on the show and take some of the load off of me, so it's not so much pressure, but I do appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man. Seriously, you've been a big help. You have motivated me to new limits. I mean, I'm doing new things in my life because of you. I'm following steps because of my homie, Scott. You're there every week, you know what I mean? I'm watching you, and I'm seeing you grow, and I'm watching the people that you're bringing on, and it's just great. It's great to be a part. And, I grew up a family man, you know what I mean? And once you're in the family, I'll do whatever it is for my team and for my family. That's for sure. So whatever I can do for you, you help me, I'm helping you. That's, you know what I mean? It's all going to come full circle.
Love it. All right, let's dive into it a little bit. The show, I started it, and I kind of went back today and looked at one of the early ones. And I was kind of basing it off, everybody has a story. And if you have a story, you have a brand. And identifying that story and being able to tell people, who you are, where you come from, it's really an art. I'm still working through mine. There's stuff that's just, I feel like I should say, but I really don't. So with that, it's an art to tell a story. But if you could break your story down, compress it a little bit, hit what you think you want to. Just a little bit about who's Dave Dieter.
Who's Dave Dieter? Well, he's a dad. He's recently married to a beautiful wife, and I started off just like anybody else with a dream, a little bit of a passion, and I didn't know what I was doing when I first started, and I jumped on that YouTube and learned everything about business and everything I could learn about. Networking and social media and how to do this and, logos and dealing with graphic designers. And, I really self-taught myself. I really did. I went out there and just said, you know what? I'm going to dedicate every ounce of time that I have after work because we all have to have that job to pay the bills and get through. But after work, instead of sitting in front of that TV and watching a TV show or, whatever, playing video games or whatever it is, and wasting that time, I dedicated that time to learn how to become a brand, how to make a brand, how to create clothing, because I had no idea how to do it. And so after a little while, I thought to myself, let's do this. Let's get out there. Let's see what people think. And, it really took me 3 years. It took me 3 years of learning. It took me grinding. It took me money, you know what I mean? All of that. And, where it really started for me was the day my homie in Moab, Utah, he called me up and he's like, Dave, I know you're a new dirt bike rider. For those of you that don't know me, I've only been riding for maybe 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And the second I put my leg over a dirt bike, I fell in love with it. I loved it. Just fell in love. And then my homie called me and he was like, hey, you gotta try out this snow bike thing. And I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. All right, well, let's try it out. I put my leg over that snow bike and I haven't stopped since. I mean, it was the most fun I have ever had in my life. And let me tell you, I taught snowboarding for years, 10 plus years professionally, full time. And I loved it. I love the snow. I love everything about the mountains. And to be able to crack a throttle and pick a line and just go for it, that right there opened up my whole entire world. And that's where the passion started. Shortly after that, I started looking into statistics.com and reviewing the industry as a whole, the snow bike industry as a whole. And that's when I found the hole in the industry. And I said, wow, what if we tried this? What if we came up with something cool that everybody likes? And it took me 2 years, like I said, 2 years of development. I was mentored by a gentleman named Richard Thompson. He's the old owner of Salt Life, the apparel brand. Yeah, he built it off of $100, and he sold it for like $55 million or whatever it was. But it was a lot. So I basically went up to him and I said, hey man, this is what I'm thinking. I'm passionate about it. I love it. Can you help me out? Could you just like put down some bullet notes, like how to do this so I don't lose so much money? Because I'm blowing money left and right and nothing is working. And sure enough, he was great. And he sat down, he sent me an email, and it was boom, 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 boom. This is how you start a good brand. And so the first thing I did is I went after the trademark and the copyrights and all of that and all the legal stuff and dumped a bunch of money into it. But we got we got it. We're trademarked. We're copywritten, so yeah. And then once we did that, we started looking around at trying to develop clothing. And I didn't want to do the whole big overhead thing. I really didn't. And I didn't have the funds to do it, to be honest.
No.
So I decided that I would get myself an awesome graphic designer. He would help out. And then a website developer who helped develop our website and come up with some cool ideas. And we took it from there and we started a dropship company. And we kept our overhead really, really low. And we just started pumping out designs just to see what the market was all about and, who was buying and what was selling and all that fun stuff. And, this past winter was when we launched September 1st of this year and, or last year. And
17.
Yeah, exactly. And, it took off right away. And I was literally, I can remember the very first shirt that sold. I started getting welled up. I was like, oh my God, somebody bought an IRev shirt. Can you believe it? What? And now here we are with the greatest team on the planet. I mean, everybody that's a part of IRev is family, man. It is absolute family. Like they love it just as much as we do. And gosh, it's been a fun ride. It really has been.
Love it. What a great story. And it's like, it's such proof. It's such proof. And there's so many more examples, similar to yours. I will point on one thing is that help, that mentorship that you were blessed with to be able to, kind of speed up your process a little bit. I hit that a lot and bring it up, but to think about where your idea would be without that opportunity compared to where it is today, it might still be in a cardboard box in a sketch pad and never have come to fruition. So I just, that is super cool that you were able to create that relationship and make that happen for your brand and for you. So that's cool. Mentorship
That's right.
is wisdom
Yes.
without waiting. That's what I've been taught. Wisdom without waiting. I'm like, yeah, give me some
Preach!
mentor.
Preach!
Stop it.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. I want to hit this real quick. So you
Yeah.
said you were into snowboarding.
Mhm.
Is that what got you out of Cape Cod and to Colorado originally, or was
It
something
was,
else draw
yeah.
you?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I was teaching at Waterville Valley for years. Loved it. It was fantastic. Great place to snowboard. However,
Mm-hmm.
I had a huge, I mean, high injury rate because people were falling on ice. I mean, they were breaking arms, they were breaking faces, and I mean, it was bad. And I thought to myself, you know what? I love this sport, but I really don't like that everybody has to be completely geared up, like completely hockey mask and the whole nine just to go snowboarding. So I heard of a little town called Aspen, and I hopped in the truck and packed everything in the back, and out I went. And
John,
got myself settled out
John
here.
Denver's full of shit.
Yeah, right.
Same age. You might know it, you might not.
Yeah, for sure. So
Awesome,
yeah,
man.
8 years ago, showed up here and been grinding ever since.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Chase the passion. Make it happen. I'm going to break a little bit. I want to thank everybody for popping in. Again, this is David Dieter from IRev. This is Driven, man. This is just a show we do to kind of to pump a little energy out there in the world, to bring some positive vibrations to your phone. Every Wednesday night, we try to interview somebody that has a story to share, that has maybe some value to provide you for whatever it is. No IRev Cup. No IRev Cup yet. We're working on that. just this Driven mug from Southpaw Creations. Check them out on Facebook. Anyway, Driven's a show we can kind of wardrobe change.
Boom! That's right. Cody Matichuk, quick little shout out to my boy Cody Matichuk and his brand. Gotta love it. Live what you love, baby.
love that. Live what you love.
That's right. This is a collaboration between Justified Cultures, another apparel company, Cody Matichuk, and myself. He came up with the idea that we should I should meet with them, and well, not meet with them, but meet with them over the phone and talk about doing a collaboration so that our sport can touch with their sport, because they're really into the Supercross, Motocross series, and we are really into the snow biking series. So we thought it'd be a good collaboration. And sure enough, I got to meet. Well, I didn't get to meet her yet, but we talk on the phone a bunch. It's Dundee. She owns the company, and she's just a rock star. Yeah, so it's been awesome ever since.
Right on, brother. I love it. I love that. Live what you love. All right, we dove in a little bit of your story. Do you got anything else you want to hit as far as who David is, what IRev stands for, anything like that before we kind of dive into the mindset and bringing that motivation out?
You know, can I give a shout out to the whole team?
Yeah.
Is this the time to give the shout out? All right.
No time like right now.
Right now time. All right. Well, I want to give a shout out to the whole team. From my heart to theirs, man. You guys, it wouldn't have happened without you. Seriously. We formed a platform, but you guys helped us build it. And I can't be more happy with everybody that's a part of the team. The team continues to grow every single day. It's a blessing, man. And it's just great to have everybody on the team doing what they do best, you know, whether it's racing or riding or, you know, like Risky just ripping through trees, fifth gear pinned without a care in the world, just like, you know, I mean, these guys are great. Every single one of them.
Snow bikes don't get into fifth gear, do they? I've only seen them in second and third.
Not my bike. I keep it pinned, man. We all do. We do need more horsepower. Seriously. Anybody out there, please. I want way more horsepower. Like a Gixxer 1000, please. Put it on a track. Put a track on it. Anyway, a big shout out to my boy Mac Chicken out in BC. He is sending it this year, doing big things out there. Check him out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's Mac Chicken. He's the man. Check out his videos and whatnot. Big shout out to the number 144, Chris Neibauer. He is the man too, rocking the SnowTech MX. Check out his photography online. He's probably one of the most talented photographers that I know. He captured an image of Cody Matichuk. Do you have any of those hang tags out? He caught an image for us that we're using for our summer line, for our hang tags. I mean, it is probably one of the best images I've seen of Cody ever. I want to give a big shout. Here it is right here. Thanks, babe. Check it out. New hang tag for the season.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Getting sideways.
Nice.
I want to give a big, yeah, he sends it, you know. Big shout out to the number 710. Jason Brandt in the house. Jason Brandt, where are you at? Love that guy. He is that dude's a stellar rider. I can't tell you how good of a rider he is. I mean, he'll see a line that all of us would be like, nah, probably not going to touch that line. Nah, and he's just, I made it. Clipped the handlebar, but I made it. Great guy. Huge shout out to my boy Xander Diller, the number 5. He is an 8-year-old rider. He is shredding it. He's killing the competition right now. I can't even keep up with his winnings. He shows trophies that are taller than him. So, Xander, great job, kid. Keep it up, man. You're killing it, man. Keep it up. The 7-Eleven of Shane Holm. You know that guy, Mr. Homie. We had an interview with him not too long ago.
Episode 19 or 20. Episode 20.
Buddy. Yep. He's from Idaho. He rides just about anything. Dirt bikes, snow bikes, four-wheelers, all of it, man. He crushes it. Good guy, too. And the number 1W in the women's class, Shayla Fulfer. We love you. You are awesome. Keep it pinned, and hopefully we'll figure out how we can get that arm pump to go away. But she crushes it. She really does. Who else do we got? We got Corey Kelly, the number 27. Thanks for all the support, dude. Keep it pinned. You guys are awesome. Number 11, Risky. My boy Risky, Patrick Risky, killing it. He took 3rd in the MSSR hill climb this year. Good guy, one of the best guys to hang out with. And if you ever get a chance to ride with him, he's the man. You want to ride
with
him.
That episode's up to like 4,500 views. He must have a massive following because it ain't from my network.
Yeah, it's all of you. He's a good guy. You want to hang out with Risky. Really good guy.
Totally.
So here's another guy, the number 72, Mark Wilson. This guy, he is one of the fastest guys that I know other than Cody Matichuk. I can remember doing the hill climb this winter at Rabbit Ears, and I'm just, we're going off these jumps. The next thing I know, I'm in the air, and I see a shadow come over me and land in front of me. And then all you see is him look over the shoulder and dilly, and he just keeps on rolling. I mean, he swept up that whole entire race. He killed it. He really did. Great guy, too. He's a part of the team. We just signed him up, and we're going to be doing some big stuff with Mark. He's a rock star of a guy. Love you. Again, the number 111, if you don't know him, Cody Matichuk, X Games Gold.
X Games champ.
Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how great this guy is. I mean, he is a true champion through and through. From start to finish, the guy's a champ. He is the most laid-back guy if you ever get to meet him, but he will just throw on a squirrel suit and just start sending it, or he'll send his bike deeper than anybody in the crew. Just an awesome, stellar guy. Knows what he wants in life. I remember hiking with him last summer. We were looking at a cliff that he wanted to go base jump off, and I got to have some great conversations with him. And, you know, just where his mindset is exactly where you need to be a champion, because he said this to me, and I'll quote him because I was there. We were sitting on a cliff. It was about 150-foot cliff. And I'm like, so what's your deal? What do you want to do? His only words were, I want to win X Games Gold. I'm going to win X Games Gold. And sure enough, he came to Aspen, took that gold by a long shot, and he killed it. Such a great guy, too. Our kids love him. You know, he's kind of a family guy. Whenever he's in town, he comes over. We watch movies, have dinner, and stuff like that.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Rock star of a guy. Now I want to give a big shout out to Mike Mazel. We just signed him. Mike's on the team now. He's going to be riding. He just got signed up today. So we're excited to have him. And He's the number 74. Look out for him. He's going to be crushing the competition as well. And then another
California's
good
on your
friend of mine.
team.
Yeah, and another good friend of mine, number 171, Zach Butterworth. This guy is a champ. He really is an awesome guy. He rides for Yeti. Let me tell you a little story about this guy real quick. I was at X Games. We were walking around, had the kids. Jenny was with me. We were walking around. Everybody had IRev hats on, and we're walking up the big hill to get a good spot to watch the race. And sure enough, I see this guy. He's like this. He's like looking at us and looking at us. And so, of course, me being who I am, like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? He's like, oh, you guys the IRev guys? I was like, yeah, we're the IRev guys. He goes, no way. He unzips his jacket, and he opens up his jacket, and it's just an IRev T-shirt. And it was the first time. It was the first time where I actually felt like IRev was a thing. Like, it stamped the brand on me, and I was a little emotional. I was like, man, I don't even know this guy, and he's got my shirt on. I was pumped up. We all were pumped up. It was a great weekend, and if anybody can make it to X Games this coming up year, hit me up. Let's hang out. We're gonna have a big party again and do it right. Let's see what else we got. Big shout out to RMR Suspensions for hooking us up with the best forks on the line as far as I'm concerned. Your snow bike will be changed if you send your forks to RMR Suspensions. He is also Cody's dad. So there's a good little combination right there, good little combo. And then we just signed another gentleman. It's Jason Lusk. He's a new rider. He's going to be crushing it this year for us. We're super pumped up to have him. And
Cool.
I look forward to seeing how he does in the AMA series. Speaking of AMA, want to give a big shout out to Ron Dillon, the president of the AMA Snowbike Series. Keep crushing it, man. I know it's a new season. I mean, a new sport, and things can be tough, but keep grinding, keep going. Don't give up, because it will happen. It will happen. I could go on for days, man. I'm so pumped up on this team and our family.
Let's dive in a little bit here and try to drop some value on this. We got all these fine folks on here. I want to be mindful of their time and really give them something. So I saw Mark Jacoby dropped a question. Yes, that is the IRev team. And I want to feed right off of that on this motivation, because you've surrounded yourself now with people that have that racer mindset, that go all out till the checkered flag drops in front of your goggles. And how much of a benefit is that to be able to pull energy from all those different sources that are around you, that are they're in your circle? How beneficial is that to maybe those days when you don't feel like trudging through graphics and dealing with websites and dealing with retailers and dealing with all that stuff, knowing that you have those people that are out there training, they're out there working on their bikes and busting their ass to be able to get to the race every week? Let's talk about how that can get you up and get you going. That's motivation right there. That's the theme of this. That is my motivation. Being able to keep up with our guys and help our guys out. I try to reach out to the guys as much as possible, just to say what's up, how you doing, how's life, just to, if you catch them in a downtime, you can bring them up. And then now we're starting to grow so fast that they'll call me and be like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, nice. Oh man, you know what? You caught me off guard. I'm not doing so good. I could use a little pump up. I haven't ridden my bike in like 3 weeks. So, the team is everything. The support is everything. And keeping the team on the same mindset as you and keeping them up to date on what's to come, the future, that's what keeps us all motivated, and that's what's keeping the team alive, keeping the dream alive. Love it. Love it. I talk a lot about that, reading a book, whatever, YouTube. I posted to my story a soundbite actually that I listen to, not every day. I can't say I listen to it every day, but I definitely try to listen to it every day, and definitely when I'm not feeling so motivated, I'm not so driven all the time. I mean, we all have our down days, we have our downtime, but what sort of things do you pull on? What do you dig into outside of the team stuff and outside of the people? What brings David back to okay, let's recenter and let's push forward through this?
I'm a praying man. I like to pray. I get down and get quiet, man. I'll get down on my knees. I'll just lift it up. If things start getting weird,
Woo!
I lift it up, man. Give the
Drop some
give the
fire
shout
on
out
that.
to Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
I love it, dude.
He's the man,
Centered,
dude.
grounded, supporting, giving. That's cool. That's cool. That's driven.
Yeah, buddy.
All
Yeah.
right,
So
let me give a little shout out to everybody's in the audience.
yeah.
Brian, thank you for just popping on. I appreciate that. I want to read this. Jared Hare, I can't read it all. It says, awesome to hear from IRev. Heck yeah. So cool to hear this interview and the interest behind new. And it kind of cuts off after that,
Yeah.
but I'll get to it afterwards. Appreciate you popping on, Jared. The whole team's on. I love that. All you guys, again, towards the end of this, we're going to do some Q&A. So kind of be thinking of a question. If you want to save it, don't put it in the comments right now because we will lose it. Towards the end, I'll give you another shout out to drop them in the comments so we can get to your Q&A real quick.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right, let's do this. Let's go into so motivation fades. It's proven. It fades. There's no way around it. Being 100% motivated all the time. There's certain foundation and building blocks you can use to kind of create that motivation for yourself. I've learned a lot recently about like accessing your why. And I didn't really understand that theory when I first started reading about it and hearing about it. But it's that alone, the why. I mean, on top of everything, the spiritual stuff, the books, the pump you up speeches and stuff, the why. I think that to me, and you can speak for yourself, but to me, that's the center of my motivation. When I don't want to talk to people, when I don't want to post, and I don't want to work on the show and work on all the stuff I'm doing, I can look down and be like, hey, why am I doing this? And my why, like a lot of people's, is your family. It's my son. And it's my life, and that's where the ride life thing came from. Was, I would tell people access your why, and then it didn't really work out. So it's my ride life, like that's my why. Let's hit on yours a little bit. Let's hit on your why, your family. Who are they, and how do you pull on them to get yourself out of that funk or keep you going?
Totally, man. Yeah, the why is everything. You got to have a why. My why is definitely this family, supporting this family. 3 little kids that need to, get somewhere in life. I don't want to see them struggle like a lot of people do, getting just a regular job and just grinding through, and it's the 9 to 5. I want to set up this platform so that once this takes off and goes to the right spot, I can teach these kids little pieces and parts of the business, like whatever it is, graphic design or picking out materials or, but working with team members and stuff like that. Whatever they want to do, the sky's the limit. And what I want to do is just create that platform where if they want to be a part of the IRev crew and take this business from us, they can have it. And that's my why. That's my drive. And
nice.
Move up in this world. IRev all day is a hashtag that we came up with. And what it really means is, and it's something that I say all the time, is I want to IRev all day. Meaning I want to wake up in the morning and I want to crush my IRev stuff all day long until the end, as opposed to just going to my work. I mean, don't get me wrong, we make good money, but I want to move that out of there and just do IRev all day long. The other thing is there's another meaning to IRev all day. So I don't care if you ride a dirt bike. I don't care if you ride a snow bike, a snowmobile, a 4-wheeler, or ATV. Shoot, you could even be riding a lawnmower and just cruising in turtle to rabbit. If you're loving motorsports, you know what I'm saying, right? That feeling you get when you start up anything with a motor and you get going on it. I don't care if you're riding a pooch moped and it's broke down and you're barely even riding. If you're having a good time, that's what IRev all day is. It's that feeling that you get when you're riding. And just to touch base, earlier in the show, there was a gentleman, I can't remember his first name. I think it was Elijah. He said, is IRev all about snow bikes? And that's it. Right now, I'm so passionate about snow biking, and it's a fast-growing sport. I'm focusing a lot of my time there and trying to crush that market. But
Yeah.
IRev Apparel is a multi-season, multi-sport brand. So in the
Yep.
next 2 to 3 to 4 years, you're going to see IRev Apparel start to dip into snowmobiling and dip into dirt biking and dip into ATV, UTV, riding a lawnmower. I don't care. I'll create
I
t-shirts for
have
anybody.
I have wrong foot forwarded my lawnmower around a tree about mid-July when I was just craving the feeling so bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just hopped over the seat and turned it up over on two wheels and sent it around the tree. You can IRev a lawnmower all you want, but I want to hit on that, dude. I want to hit
Yeah.
on that, and I think you're gonna do. I know you're gonna accomplish it because you go narrow and deep, and you build a brand. You build that brand so inside the snow bike community so deep. Like everybody that rides snow bikes does a plethora of stuff, and it's going to grow out from there. And it's a natural progression. I just don't see how it doesn't translate to all sports, all horsepower type things. I see it, I believe in it, and I'm there with you.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
want snowmobile shirt edition #1. By the
You
way,
will.
I'll take that
You
one.
will.
I got dibs.
It's going to happen. We
All
already got
right.
some really sick ideas, man. We got some really cool ideas. We got some really cool dirt bike ones, UTV ones. We've been playing around with designs. I can't push too much into it because I don't want to, I like the wow factor myself. But
Yep.
we got stuff coming up the pipeline, and I'll drop a little note on this. We're going to be dropping new products for this upcoming winter. I can't tell you what they are, but there's going to be some new products coming out. It's going to be more than just, t-shirts, hats, and all the fun goodies. We're going to be doing some fun stuff. I'm going to leave it
I
at
got to
that.
jump in here real quick
What
and
up,
give a
Lawrence?
quick shout out to Lawrence Thompson, the Law.
The
He
Lord.
he is not the reason I pushed play on this show, but he is the person that made me push play on this show. I got on a hit. He was doing some stuff, and he's like, "Man, just do it. Just do it. Just freaking start it." And Lawrence Thompson, he's serving us overseas right now in our armed forces. Watching
Thank you,
from,
Lawrence.
I have no idea where, but the Law. He's got the antidote. Check him out on social media. He'll be back in the statesides, crushing it before too long. But thank you for your service, Law.
Yeah, Law. Thank you for your services, dude. Keep it
He
up.
was here earlier. He knows what I was wanting to accomplish. He knows what this show was meant to be about. And if you're just hopping on, this is David Dieter. He's from IRev. He's the entrepreneur behind it. He's the visionary, and he's got a crew of people there feeding that fire, making IRev the greatest thing ever. So thank you for tuning in. If you're a replay viewer, I appreciate your time. Let me know you're in here. Drop a hashtag replay. Drop where you're from, whatever. Throw some knucks up. Just let me know you're watching. I appreciate you all. How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
All right. Last kind of mindset type, motivation type thing. Accountability. Accountability, man. How do you hold yourself accountable for, and you can focus on, say, the gym if you want. Yeah, you can focus on the company, life, family, whatever. It's all valuable, and you can sum it all up. How does David hold himself accountable?
That's a good question. You got me there. So being accountable is really important, man. You have to follow up what you're saying. Do what you want to do. If you're saying you're going to do something, you might as well do it. Don't talk about it. Don't be one of those guys that, talks about a lot of stuff and never does anything about it. You got to keep yourself accountable to your own word. Keep your word true. Follow the steps. Take baby steps. And, be accountable for yourself and your family and everything that you live for. I know that it's really important to me to be me and keep this business going for our team, because our team supports us big time, and they keep me accountable, and I reach out to them to try to keep them accountable because, we got contracts and whatnot.
You got to do what you got to do. Nothing like that behind you.
Yeah.
I learned this little accountability trick along the way, and when I first kind of started on this social media journey and this platform to build my online businesses, I was setting these massive goals, and I'm like, I'm not even nowhere near it. I'm nowhere closer. I don't feel like I've grown at all. I don't feel like I've got anywhere. So I kind of actually Eddie Martin's the one that brought it down for me, and he's like, if you want to keep yourself more accountable, he's like, set smaller goals. Don't yes, have your vision out there in the long run, but break it down to 90 days to where
Baby
you
steps.
can take very small steps each time. You can
Yep.
take that action
Mm-hmm.
and making it feel that accomplishment, because so many people in this, I'm guilty as can be. Drop
Same.
a
Same.
drop a 5 in the
Done it.
drop a 5 in the comments if you're guilty of this. If you don't see benefits from it relatively quickly, you quit doing it. Like if you measure your success and you measure your motivation, your ability to keep going off those accomplishments instead of the small attainable goals, like you just get beat. You just get smacked in the face. You're like, I don't even know why I started that. So set small goals, 90 days, break them down, and then you can be like, I'm accountable as shit because that's coming up. I got to get it done.
Yeah. No, that's truth right there. That's 100% truth. I mean, I can remember in the beginning when I wasn't selling any t-shirts, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this. Nope. See ya. Off to my next adventure. Yeah. No. I was told, you fail yourself to financial freedom. Fail yourself to financial freedom. And I failed a whole bunch of business. I really did. And then I sold a t-shirt. And then I sold another t-shirt. And then I sold 6 t-shirts. And then it got more and more and more. And it was tiny little baby steps after that. And if you can break all that stuff down and be grateful for all those tiny little things, even if somebody drops you a comment, they're like, man, I love your gear, or thanks for whatever it is, a sticker, you know what I mean, whatever it is, those you should take and hold them accountable to be huge in your life. The tiny little things, be excited about, because when the big things happen, you've already been excited about the little things, so the big things are that much better.
Dude, I got a comment today on my post from somebody, like literally I kind of keep track of who's engaging with me on social media and stuff. And I don't think I've ever had a like. I don't think I've ever had a comment. I don't think I've ever had anything from him. And he just gave me a huge shout out, and it just like, I set my phone down and I'm like, holy crap, man. Like I was floored by it. And I'm like, that's why I'm doing that. That's why I'm going to crush this show tonight with David. I'm like, there's 4,500 people watched last week, and I don't really know many of them. So, like, I got to get this, man. So that's it. That's it. Man. It's the little things and being appreciative. It's a comment. It's a like, and it does mean something. Really, I mean, don't gauge your success. Don't gauge your success off of it, but it means something.
Absolutely. And for everybody else that's out there watching, if you can't touch a button and like something, you're an asshole. That's all there is to it. All you have to do is push a button. Push a button. That's it. Send, share, like. It's so easy. You know, I try to do it to all my friends. I support everybody. Most of the time I spend on social media is going through and keeping up with my people. Yep, like that, love that. Love that. Oh, that's funny. Love that, love that. You know, that's what I do all the time. Support you people.
It helps. It helps. It helps, especially like where my business is all my marketing, everything I got going on is based kind of off social media and word of mouth. So it matters to me. And so I try to, not only that, I don't like shit that's not good. Don't like shit that you know what I mean? But if they're if they're putting their heart into it, if it's a picture where you know what I mean? If it's something they're passionate about, and it just takes a second. Support them all.
Totally. I want to give a big shout out to Trevor Everett. I just saw he just jumped on. That's the big man. He owns the company that I work for every day. He's supported me big time. All the love out to that guy. We built some big, great, amazing custom projects here in Aspen. So big shout out to you, Trev. Thanks for everything. Who else you got?
Right on, brother. All right, guys. Here, let's open this up a little bit. We'll just chat back and forth. If you guys have any questions about IRev, if you want to ask me a question, you want to ask David a question, drop it in the comments below. I got a few more I'm going to shoot off to as we talk here, but drop them on there, and I appreciate everybody. We got 17 people on here right now, and that's the thing. The replay love on these Facebook lives is, that's
Shayla.
Shayla, what's up, girl? She's
you rock
here shortly. I'm stoked on that one. We got a lot of people popping on, so I appreciate you. Replay viewers, you guys are the best. I hope you're getting some value from this and having some fun. So let's do this. You got a question for me while I kind of roll through what I got wrote down here or anything? I can.
There's one question that just dropped up. It said, what's the future for IRev? The future for IRev is multi-season, multi-sport. So we'll be touching into all the sports. Right now, our main focus and passion is in the snow bike industry because that's our passion right now. But we are multi-season, multi-sport, which means we will be doing dirt biking. We will be doing snowmobiling. We'll be doing anything with a motor. You know what I mean? We are looking into hard goods. We will be in the future designing suits, doing it for our snowmobile crew, our snow bike crew. We're already starting to look into riding gear for UTV, ATV, dirt bike. There's a lot coming up the pipeline. And yeah, Risky, IRev motocross jerseys. Yes, we are looking into that. It's all about the next step, but I can't drop it all on you right now. It'll come.
The summer line's getting ready to drop. When are you putting the summer line out? You can talk about that one right now.
Summer line's going to be dropping. What do we got? We've got about 3 weeks before we drop.
Ooh, blowing it up.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing a lot of our team riders are just like us. You know, we're hitting the gym, we're sweating it out. Our mindset is, you know, mind, body, function. And so we're going to be doing the gym clothes line as well, so that when you do hit the gym, you see that IRev logo, you know what you're working for. You're working for that X Games gold like Cody, or you're working for whatever it is. You know what I mean? You got that mindset. Like Mark Wilson, my boy Mark Wilson, he is grinding. I can see that guy in the X Games taking a medal for sure. That dude is fast and he sends it. That's right, my boy right there. Hit that like button.
Yeah, I like that. Smash them. Smash that like button too. Smash that heart button. Smash that laughy face. Stay away from the sad one and the angry one. It's all good.
Ain't nobody sad.
Not up in here. We block the sad.
That's right.
All right, here we're going to the next phase of this is, so I listen to the podcast, I'm reading, I got books on audio, I got books stacked on my desk to read. Do you tap into any resources like that as far as people you follow, you know, focus on social media to learn from, to grow from, to get some wisdom from? Is there anything like podcast wise, stuff like that you're into?
You know, honestly, I don't do much, only because I dedicate a lot of my time to the business and a lot of my time to my job. So I don't have a lot of extra time to, you know, do much studying. If I do any studying, it's usually open up the Bible and praying it out and just letting that good stuff just rain down on me. But you know what I mean? Oh, go ahead.
Jason wants to know about becoming an IRev dealer. Do I need to go down to get it done as a shop owner?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, absolutely. We're working on a lookbook right now to go into retail. So we are probably about a month and a half before we have a lookbook. Once we have the lookbook, then we can really start going down that road, because we have a lot of guys that are really interested in repping it. There's a lot of retail places from California to Boston that are calling us and saying, hey, when can we get your shirts on our rack? We really love what you guys are doing. So give us about a month and a half. The lookbook is, it needs to be perfect before it goes out. But once we get our lookbook, totally, man, I will reach out. You're on the list, man.
No, it doesn't, man. No, kind of it does. But yeah, no, it doesn't. You don't have to be perfect to start. Like, you don't have to be perfect to start. You can.
That's true. That's true.
You're still with me, and I sucked for a good 15 episodes at least, maybe 22. I don't know. But you're still here. I got a few people on here that have been here with me from the beginning.
That's right.
I am proof 100% that you don't have to be good to start.
Totally. I'm with you on that. Mark Wilson, fire snowballs, throw it. Hey, just a quick, I'm really sorry about almost burning your toy hauler down, Mark. You know, I couldn't help myself. There was gasoline, a giant snowball, and I whipped it on fire. It landed on the top of the toy hauler. It almost got bad. But my boy Jason Brandt was up there. he stomped it out and his leg caught on fire. But long story. We really don't want to get to that right now.
It's dangerous out there in the backcountry. You never know
Oh
what's
man, we
going to
have fun.
happen.
Yeah, we have fun.
I absolutely love it. I was gonna read something and I can't remember if I wanted to or not. No, we're gonna skip that.
You're gonna skip it? Nah.
Skip it.
Throw it up. Throw it out.
Kind of out of stuff. Let's talk, man. So we've been all about IRev. We've hit the team. Is there anybody else you want to give shout outs to? I know you said that you've been nothing but helped all along the way from a lot of people, and there's a lot of, it's hard to think of everybody you want to thank. I'm sure you got some names wrote down there. You want to hit those now?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to Jason and Tina from Team Bar Bangers. Dude, we love you guys. Seriously, we love what you're doing for the kids, the youth. Your whole entire crew is just solid. Tina, thanks for rocking our beanies at the races, and Jason, thanks for always being there, putting our sticker on your track and racing it, dude. It means the world to us. I can't wait to ride with y'all. I can't wait to hang out with y'all. So special love for you guys. You guys kill it. For those of you that don't know what Team Bar Bangers is it's a race team, and they support the youth. They support kids that can't buy dirt bikes and clothes and goggles and all the gear that goes along with it. They're fully sponsored, and Fly Racing hooks them up, and I think Skull Candy's in there too. They got so many guys just giving to the youth and helping those kids out. And one of their team riders, well, all their team riders are great, but Xander Diller, one of our riders, our 8-year-old rider, he's on there and he's killing it. So we just love what you do. You guys rock, seriously. The Chaos Graphics, MX Graphics, for killing it on all of our stickers. You guys just produce some of the best stuff out there. Thanks for the wrap on my bike and everything that goes along with it. You guys have always been there, picking up the phone, helping us out. You guys kill it. Chaos Graphics. If you guys are looking for a new wrap for your bike or your sled or UTV, hit them up. They've got the best stuff. Gates Belts, their carbon fiber belts, killing it. Thanks for all the free belts this year. I couldn't break one of your belts. You guys are killing it. If anybody's running a belt in their sled, if they're running a belt in their UTV, in their snowmobile, whatever, snow bike, check out Gates Belts. Their carbon fiber edition is sick. It's awesome. They just don't break. Special shout out to Jaya Lang. For those of you who don't know that, he owns the Trax Film. He's the guy that's producing all of the sickest content. He is the man. He's out in the backcountry with Cody and Regan and Brock and all the top dogs, and they're sending it. And he's a rock star of a guy. He had my back in the beginning. He opened up doors that couldn't have been open for me without him.
Nice.
So Jai Lang, all this love for you guys. Make sure that you guys buy the new Trax Film. There's 3 episodes already. There's 3 DVDs out. They're all really good, all informative, all great content. And Trax 4 that's coming out this fall is going to be a banger. Make sure you get on that. That's going to be one of those DVDs you throw in right before you go riding. Trax Film. Look it up. Find them, like them, share them, buy them. Let's see. We already touched there. Oh, my homie Gene Carbonell from First Class Adventures, man. If anybody's looking for a snow bike to rent, he's got some of the best machines out there. Call Gene up, First Class Adventures. Call him up. Rent yourself a machine for the day or the week or forever. He's the man. He's also got toy haulers. He's got dirt bikes. I mean, the dude's got it all. He's a stellar dad. He's a great guy. He's been helping us out, and big shout out to him for being there for us, big time. The whole Matichuk family, seriously, Cody's whole family, his mom, his dad, the whole crew, Ray's Motorsports, all those guys. Just a great crew of people. Big shout out to you guys. Gosh, man, I could go on forever. I'm gonna just pause right there.
We'll drop back in the comments afterwards, and dude, you can fill it up with people to say thank you to, and we'll tag all these I'm gonna tag all these companies in the comments. It's good for them. It's good for me. It's a two-way street, little give and take here.
I got one more. I got to shout out. Snowtech MX, man. Snowtech. if you are looking for a snow bike kit that's solid, rock solid, bomber, and built out of billet aluminum, airplane grade stuff, check yourself out. Definitely get yourself one. I mean, they are awesome, fantastic stuff. I did my best trying to break it this year. I mean, hill climbs and races and endurance challenges and riding with Risky and Brant, and they're taking me into the gnarliest stuff. And yeah, this track can actually keep up. It doesn't break. I haven't broke it. The only thing that broke once was the belt, and that's why I went to Gates belts, and now there's no problem. It's bomber.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it. So much of it. I see a lot of people popping in here too that have helped me in this journey that I'm on too. So big shout out. I see Kim's on Home of the Hustle. That crew has poured everything they have into the internet, but I've had a chance to meet a few of them, and it's absolutely amazing what they're doing over there. So check them out. Home of the Hustle. Again, Rasaki's on. What's up, friend? Travis, hey, Travis Carpenter says, "What's up, guys? Photographer out there in Colorado."
Yeah, the big CO, the big CO.
Right on. Anybody else? If you got any questions, drop them right now. Drop them like they're hot. I want to thank you guys all for your time this evening. Time is valuable. I'm mindful of it, and I appreciate everybody coming in on here on Wednesday nights. I know practices and stuff like that happen. Life happens. I really thank you guys all for watching this show and supporting it. Share this out.
Totally.
If you haven't shared it already, I forgot to say that. Share this stuff out.
Share it, man. Share it. Get it out there. Yeah, special thanks to everybody watching, man. Seriously, time is money and time is valuable. Like Scott keeps saying, man, it really is. And we just love that you're here. We love that you're watching it. Drop us a question before we stop, because I think this has been a banger. I've had a good time, Scott. Thanks for everything that you do. Let's keep rolling with it. I know we've got some special guests coming up later in the month. And you got a real special guest coming in was it first week of June?
First week of June, maybe. I shot him a message today. We'll get in touch.
Okay, if he's not out there in the squirrel suit, just doing his thing.
Yeah, we got a big run going on here. If you guys watched the last couple of weeks, we had Shane on, we had Patrick on last week, we got Dave on, and then we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna keep running on. There's so much. I have a good resource to some very good people right now. And I was talking to David a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, "What's your schedule like? What you got going on?" And I'm like, "I really don't have a long schedule booked out right now." He's like, "I got you." And then like, boom, rapid fire. He just started dropping names in my phone, and he's like, he's expecting a call. He's expecting a call. He's expecting a call. So we're gonna talk to the IRev team and get this culture out there, because it's going to be a brand. It's, and I'll touch on this. People discredit things when they're new almost. It's like, that's not Fox. That's not Climb. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm used to wearing. I can't wear it. And let me tell you what, you're seeing this now. It's been 3 years in the making, but you're seeing it right now. Maybe it's the first time you've heard of it. But I guarantee 3 years from now, it's going to be a completely different story. It is the standard, and it is going to be the standard, and it's going to, like you said, it's going to pour out into every motorsports around there. So I'm super pumped for you guys, what you've got going on, what you've created. Your team, your tribe, your community is solid, and I'm just glad to be a little bit a part of it here and get to interview all you guys. So thank you for that.
Yeah, same, dude. You crush, man. You crush it.
Right on. Does anybody else have any questions before we wrap this up?
Drop your questions. Drop your questions right here.
Now. We will hop back in after this. We will hop back in, reply to everything, and as they feed, we'll be on. We'll be active. So keep sharing this out. Let's get some reach on there. Do you got anything else, David? What do you want to do? Where do you want to hit? Are you all good?
Man, I could keep going, man, for days. I love talking about motivation. I love talking about helping people out. I love talking about business, development, the future. I love talking about that. I could ramble on forever and ever and ever. But no, man, I think we've crushed it so far. I'd love to come back, circle back maybe midsummer
Yep.
Maybe give an update, come in, maybe try something new. If anybody ever falls out and you need someone immediately, you just call me up. I'm here, man. Let's talk about it. Life is good. Life is good, man. Just treat it right, and never give up on your passions. Never give up on your dreams. Keep driving. Gosh, I could go on. And love y'all. That's all I got.
Farian, I'm sorry for laughing during that. Farian's like, could you repeat everything? I missed it while I was eating dinner. Get out of here with that. Yeah. I love it too, man. Thank you. The passion, that's it. I wanted to hit that a little bit for the motivation, was the passion.
That's it.
Patrick and I talked about it too, and that's really it. It's tapping in to that passion and your why. And if you're having a problem getting motivated, Gary Vee says it best. He's like, you won the freaking lottery, man. You're alive. You're a human. You shouldn't have a problem being motivated, but we all do. We all get that. But things that help me, find a passion, whatever it may be, tie it to your why, where you want to go, what's driving you, and you put those two together, and you'd be surprised at what people can accomplish. I'm surprised at what I've accomplished in the last year. You know, it's not financial, it's not anything other than that, but a lot of people don't realize it. But I mean, I've completely changed how I thought, how I operated, how I interacted with a lot of people in my life in this last year and a half. And it was a small step at first, and it was like, this is weird. I've never read a book. It was a small step to listen to a motivational podcast, and I did it. And then I started reading more and more, and I started gaining momentum. And you know what? It comes easier now. I wake up and I'm like, I get to go read a book for 10 minutes this morning. Like, I'm pumped about it. Whereas I'd be like, I'm going to sleep for 10 more minutes. Thank you. And it's just little shit like that progresses you. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing I'd like to touch base on motivation, man, you got to set up a plan. Like you keep saying, you really have to set up a plan. You can't just have a thought or a dream and go for it. You really have to write it down, break it down, schedule it, give yourself some milestones, and try to just go little bits at a time. Because, you know, starting a business or starting a brand or starting anything at all, it takes a lot. It really does. It takes a mindset. It takes a little bit of motivation, a little bit of courage, and you just got to get after it, man. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up.
Love that.
Yeah, buddy. I got a special guest here. I got a little special guest right here. This is Billy.
What?
Yeah, this is my other girlfriend.
What is that little guy?
This is a little hamster right here. It's a little
hamster.
Little hamster right there. That's the Tills right there. She's my other girlfriend. She's awake and she's
love moving. It.
Yeah, we got a little special guest here.
That's awesome. All right,
yeah,
brother.
Yeah, buddy.
I would love to sit here on Facebook Live and talk all night, but these fine folks, they got to go crush their dreams. They got to go crush their passions.
Yeah.
They got to go do life, man.
Yep. Absolutely. And always write stuff down. Anything that
always use lots
just write it down.
Post-it notes.
It's like confetti around here, you know what I mean?
Use lots of post-it notes, and that's how you can accomplish your dreams.
That's it right here. This is how you do it. It's how you start.
Too good.
Chat,
I love the new style that they came up with. Like, this is sick. I'm like, why didn't they think of this a long time ago?
No, I still got the ghetto ones.
They break, and then you got 2 bundles. What do you do with them?
Fire starters, baby. Fire starters.
You betcha. Driven IRev Wrap coming soon. For sure, Brandon. All right,
check
brother.
out
Thank you
Chaos.
Thank you so much for all your time tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate everything you've done, and I look forward to rapping in the future, man. We got lots of talks to have.
Yeah, same to you, man. Thank you for having me. It's been great. I've been excited about this all week long, and you opened up another chapter in my life. So thank you.
How do people connect?
How do you connect? You can check me out on Facebook, Instagram. That's pretty much all I got going on or even have time for right now. So Facebook and Instagram, we've got IRev Apparel on Instagram and Facebook. My personal is David Dieter 10 at Facebook. And then my personal on Instagram is 5D Click. Check me out.
I got to find that. I tried to tag you in a post. I couldn't find it. I'm like, I'll just tag IRev. I'm like, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All righty, brother.
Great,
thank you so much. Bless you. Bless your family.
You too, brother.
Live what you love, man. Live what you love.
That's it right there, baby. Woo, Cody. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for staying.
All right. Later, bud.
Peace.
Thank you, everybody, for jumping on here. That was awesome. Share this out if you got some value from it. We had fun. A new brand. They're hot. I don't care if you don't snow bike. If you're living in freaking LA where there's no snow, their gear's pretty cool. Check it out. IRevApparel.com. Thank you, everybody. And remember, you're only a decision away from starting whatever it is you want to start. If you take the action, you make the decision, you write down, like David said, what you want. It doesn't have to be how you're going to get it. Write down what you want to be doing and then just start working backwards and figuring out how to do it. Make the decision, put in the work, and if you stay committed and if you keep doing it, you will get there. I have no doubt in my mind. If you speak it, it will come into existence. So say your goals out loud every morning. Start with a positive mindset. Be grateful. And most importantly, stay driven.